Hi there, and where have I been? This is Sidelined Mom, and I have been through the stress boot camp of my life. So, all of April had been completely stressful. It started off with corporate sending out letters to various people in my area, my complex basically, that they needed to clean up, and I was one of those people that needed to clean up our yards. So I got 3 of these letters, and all 3 times it was basically saying that if you don't do what we say, we're going to evict you. And all 3 times I did my best to clean up and try to figure out what they wanted. And the letters we got were so vague and ridiculous that nobody knew what they wanted us to do. And then I canvassed around and found out that only the gardeners were the ones that were being targeted. So here we are. It's been a month. I was able to beat the eviction deal because in our contract it states that we can have gardens and plants as long as they're not in the ground, like eating plants, or they stay on our back patios. And I comply with all of that, so they can take their butts and shove it in their face. I don't care. But yeah, and then we had like several threats for inspections for our units, which I found out later that why they were doing this is they're going to be renovating all of the apartments, and they wanted to see who had the worst apartments and who had basically, like, I don't know, too much stuff in their home. And long story short, all month long we kept getting letters and letters and letters saying, we're coming this week, we're coming this week, we're coming this week. By the 4th week, and me trying to keep everything in order all month long, we basically have a relatively cleaned up home, but they wanted everything spotless. So all month long getting those letters, I was super stressed out, and I was trying to figure out ways to get my stress levels down before. Well, I did go ahead and start looking up ways to distress, because every single week that I got one of those letters, I would just go into a full panic mode. Then keep in mind, this whole thing had basically knocked me off my diet because I couldn't think straight. And yeah, it was completely awful. So finally, April passed. We only get one inspection, and it's just the maintenance and corporate. When we were told it was going to be maintenance, corporate, the landlords and the owners were all coming through to inspect. So my inspection for my home was fine. Everything was in order. Everything still looked good. I've been living here for a couple of years. I do spot clean the carpets because I just like the carpets to look clean. And we do clean our walls like every 6 months because I live in the Pacific Northwest. If you don't do that, you're going to have mold everywhere. So we clean our walls. So anyways, me and my husband decided that because of the many times that they have done this to us throughout the years, that we're going to start looking for a home to buy, and so we can get away from apartment life. We did live in a home for a while where basically we maintain the home, so we know what it takes for upkeep, and me and my husband can fix just about anything. There's going to be a few things that we won't be able to fix, but hopefully we can learn those things. So that's what we've been doing. That's where we're at. Everybody was stressed out. We weren't even allowed to use our refrigerator for the month of April properly because they wanted everything they owned perfectly clean. That's one of the reasons I fell off the diet. Number 2 was stress. Number 3 was basically stress eating. And it started off with the chicharrones and the Mio water, and I'm still drinking the Mio water, but there's no other snacks really allowed in the house. And my son has currently also been taken off of sugar, or not so much sugars, as well as my husband has been trying to eat better. So we're all going to be eating better, and we're all going to go on the ketogenic diet together, which I think will help me out in the long run. I only gained back 5 pounds from the end of March until April, and then part of that was because towards the end of April I turned 40, so exciting times for me. I am now 40 years old. I don't feel any different. I just feel old. That's it. And so that happened, and we had a good birthday party for it, and we still have ice cream in the freezer from it. And yeah, that's basically what I've been doing and where I've been at. The one thing that I have learned, of course, is meditation helps a lot. And the only way that I was able to get into meditation was learning about something called manifesting. So I've been using manifesting to try and set goals for myself, as well as big goals. And then on top of that, I have been basically trying to clear my mind as best as possible so I can actually meditate properly. And so that's what I've been doing. And I'm just a newcomer to it, so I'm probably messing up a lot of like what I'm doing, but I am learning slowly. And yes, it has taken my stress level from, I don't know, over 100. And I do have little small areas where I do stress out throughout the day, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. I was actually literally having panic attacks every single night for most of April. And it got so bad that I was basically popping aspirin and drinking water and thinking that I am going to have a heart attack. So it was pretty bad. The last panic attack I had, I was able to basically meditate and realize that I was in a safe spot and that I was okay, and I was able to basically decrease that anxiety attack. So that was fun and great. Not necessarily fun, but it was great that I could actually calm my mind and basically squash the worries. But yeah, so I'll be talking probably more about manifesting, but right now I will let you know that I have been continually using my skin brush and my collagen peptides. And one thing that I've noticed with my skin brush is my skin is looking a lot healthier. And then with my collagen peptides, my hair will not stop growing. My nails are still super strong. I know I just got my hair cut, I think it was in March, early March. Well, my hair is back to where it was before in length. So yeah, that's how well the collagen peptides have been working for me. I have less joint pain, I have less stomach discomfort, and with the skin brushing, I feel like my skin has basically decreased in age. My weird allergy that I thought that I was getting for my skin, it's completely cleared up. So I think a lot of it had to do with having basically clogged pores. But yeah, I've been gardening a lot lately, so I'm just showing you all the places that I've been to, and these places to me are just heavenly. All of these nurseries that we go to on the weekends, me and my husband basically make a point to go ahead and go to a nursery. And one day, it was like week before my birthday, my aunt and my husband went together to various nurseries, I think 5 that day. And that was like the best day ever, because we just got to just hang out and look at plants and then, talk about plants. And it's just one of my favorite things to do. So here we are at a few of my favorite nurseries here locally. And I believe this is one up the street from me, actually. But yeah, so this is what I've been doing, so I was just going to show you guys. Oh, and I have been keeping up my walking as well, so even though I did gain back 5 pounds, I think it'd be a lot, when gaining weight is a lot slower than it would have been had I stopped walking completely. At the beginning of April, I think there was a week where I didn't walk at all because of the rain. It got really cold, and then I hurt myself because I'm really good at that. So yeah, for a week I was down, and I'm like, I can't do this. I have to walk every single day. So this is what I've been doing. Oh, this is one of the gifts I was given. It was the garden tower from my aunt. I love this garden tower. It is amazing. I have strawberries and herbs and lettuces in there, and then I topped it off with marigolds, and I'll put a few strawberries up top too soon, but I think I'm going to put the pine berries up top. And everything is growing great, and yeah. So, well, this has been Sidelined Mom, and well, over and out, and I will see you guys later.